Sometimes a true crime case comes along that just leaves me speechless. The story of Angela Simpson and the murder of Terry Neely is one of those cases. So brutal, so senseless, and so chilling, it almost reads like fiction. But trust me, this nightmare was all too real. Back in August 2009, Phoenix police made a horrifying discovery. The dismembered and burned remains of 46-year-old Terry Neely, a gentleman who relied on a motorized wheelchair and lived at an assisted care facility. His body was found stuffed in a trash can behind a church. His final days were marked by unthinkable cruelty. The person responsible? Angela Simpson. She wasn't shy about it. In fact, she confessed immediately, smiling, boasting, and describing her crime in shocking detail. Simpson lured Terry to her apartment with promises of drugs and sex. What followed was 3 days of torture. Over 50 stab wounds, his throat cut, a 3-inch nail hammered into his skull, teeth pulled out with pliers. She forced him to watch his own suffering by positioning a mirror in front of him. Eventually, she strangled him with a cable before dismembering his body, setting it on fire, and rolling off in his wheelchair for a joyride. Why? Simpson claimed Terry was a snitch, that in her mind, being an informant was the ultimate crime. But there's no evidence Terry ever worked with police. When pressed, Simpson just shrugged and said, "Oops," if he wasn't. She showed zero remorse. In interviews, she even called the murder rewarding work, saying her only regret was not torturing him longer. She said she'd do it again, and even admitted to killing animals and people in the past, all for the same so-called reason. Her attitude was so chilling, it inspired the character Villanelle in the hit show Killing Eve, according to the show's creator. Simpson's interviews became infamous. Her cold, almost gleeful recounting of violence is something you can't easily forget. In the end, Angela Simpson pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life without parole. Her accomplice, Edward Cracker McFarland, got over 20 years for helping cover up the crime, but Simpson insists she acted alone. Even after all these years, the case leaves more questions than answers. Was Simpson's lack of remorse an act for protection in prison? Did others play a bigger role? Or was this truly the work of a lone, remorseless killer? One thing's for sure. Angela Simpson's case forces us to confront the darkest corners of the human mind. And for true crime fans, it's a haunting reminder that sometimes the truth really is stranger and more terrifying than fiction.